If you believe that meal prep sucks and takes a lot of time on your favorite day of the week, Sunday, or you'd rather watch Patriots play, but you still want to eat healthy and stay in shape, well, I got good news for you. In this video, you are about to see how you can meal prep within 60 minutes for the entire week, with about 15 minutes to spare because things will be cooking for you. So if you'd like to see that, stay tuned, sit back, relax, take notes, and enjoy it. Let's go. So the first thing in my meal prep book is to write down the groups of food that I usually eat or I need to eat. So that will be protein, carbs, fats, and vegetables. So there are 4 categories. Write the names of the categories and then I go and check in the fridge what I have already. So that will be step number 2. But before that, this is what it looks. Very simple. We got protein, we got carbs, we got veggies, we got fats. So the second step in my meal prep book is to check what you have already in the fridge, the freezer, in the pantry, because, well, why would you want to spend more money on things that you already have, right? Doesn't make much sense. So we're gonna check for protein and carbs and vegetables and fats and see what we have.
2 hours later.
Oh look, I got a friend. I actually got a lot of them here. But anyways, so this is what it looks like now. So I went to the fridge and the pantry and the freezer and I've got everything written down. So got some protein, carbs, veggies, and fats, and also found food. That's where I put the brownie mix and pumpkin bread, right? And you could definitely probably create a Google spreadsheet or Excel file, whatever. But I like going old school. So looking at what I have in front of me, it makes me realize that I have plenty of carbohydrates for my pre and post workout. I have tons of vegetables, and by the way, there is nothing, and I repeat, absolutely nothing wrong with the frozen vegetables. They're still vegetables, they're just frozen, that's all. And then we have fats and then fun food, because you gotta have a little bit of that, right? So one thing that is lacking, that is protein. Protein is important, you gotta eat a lot of it. So we're gonna go get some protein. In the next clip, you're gonna see the way I shop, which is very standard. I just go and buy stuff. But we're gonna get some protein, and probably I'm thinking to get some squash because, you know, it's fall, we gotta get a little bit of that. So yeah, in the next clip, you're gonna see the grocery haul. Woo!
2 hours later.
And this is what we get. Chicken, ground beef, cottage cheese, Quaker Oats, eggs. Oh, the lighting here is terrible, but we are done with the shopping, and now it's time to go and get some cooking. The grocery shopping is over, and you know what you have in the fridge. I personally don't usually plan any of the meals, mostly because I'm used to eating the same thing. So for example, I know that my typical pre-workout has to do with some sort of oats and then some sort of protein. It could be either eggs or Greek yogurt, which you don't really need to cook, just the eggs. And then, you know, post-workout would be some sort of carbohydrate, which is sweet potatoes, and then some chicken, which is protein, and then any other meal would consist mostly of a protein and then vegetable. So it doesn't matter which protein, it doesn't matter which vegetable you are going to use, but kind of having an idea what you're gonna have is good enough. You don't need to plan anything, at least I don't. So first things first, I'm using in this meal prep and pretty much any of my meal preps, pressure cooker and or slow cooker. If you don't have neither of those, it's totally fine. As long as you have the oven, you should be fine. I am going to use an oven anyways. I'm also using a pressure cooker, and no worries, I will let you know about, if you don't have a pressure cooker, how you can still do the meal prep very fast. Okay, all right, so setting up for, I'm gonna set up for 5, so it's gonna now pre-cook. And then these are the ingredients I have. By the way, these pizza, and I sort of started eating it, and it's delicious. It's cauliflower crust, and the macros are pretty good. This pizza is gonna go into my meal prep as well, and there is nothing wrong with it. Mostly for my macros, it works out better, and it's easier, and it tastes pretty good, and it also made of cauliflower, which is basically a vegetable. So it's think of it as a vegetable pizza. We'll go with that. Alright, so I'm gonna use the oven for these 2 squashes and then these 2 sweet potatoes. Now, I usually eat half of a sweet potato in my pre-workout, so that's gonna be for 4 post-workout meals, and that's gonna be half of each. So it's like 4 more meals here for one of the veg and protein. And then I'm gonna boil some of the eggs. The chicken is gonna go right into this beautiful machine. And so one of these is a pound. So I usually have like 4 ounces. But because I'm trying to hit for more protein, I'm gonna cook 2 of these, and then this one I'm gonna save up for the next time. And I usually start with the ingredients meals that will take the longest, and they usually take the longest in the oven. So while everything is, you know, cooking in the oven, you still can do other things. So first I'm gonna put the squashes and the sweet potatoes into the oven, and I will set the oven for like 45 minutes. It will cook somewhere between 45 and 60, and you can still create all the magic within the hour, and you will be done. I promise you will be done. Even if you are making chicken in the oven, you still will put it with the squashes and the sweet potatoes, and that will be cooking with that for the next 45 to 60 minutes. So again, you will be pretty much done within that. So basically this is what I'm doing, and I don't know why I'm doing that actually, but I know it's supposed to help with the cooking process, like you make it a little bit faster, but I'm really not sure, so just go with that. And I'm going to ask Siri to start the timer for 7 minutes. Alright, so the next step is the chicken, because it will take the longest to cook, either if you make it in the pressure cooker or in a crock pot or even in the oven. So I have my spices and stuff. Basically, I don't have any recipe, I just like to use whatever. So I've got here, today I'm going to use black pepper, paprika, salt, some of the, hot chili sauce, mustard, because it will taste pretty good, and then I have just a little bit of this barbecue Kansas City sauce. So far we've got the eggs done and the pizza also. There are like 3 servings in each, so then we have a few more things to cook, but yeah, these guys almost done. Also got 16 minutes with the veggies and all that stuff, and then we have the chicken.
2 hours later.
Alright, so we've got whole chicken here, and I will kind of cut it in pieces, but now it's super hot, so it's in this state. We got sweet potatoes, ground beef, that's protein, carbs, eggs, protein plus fat. Then we got squash, another squash, and then pizza. Alright, to wrap things up, as I said, how I do meal prep is basically cook everything in bulk and then do mix and match things, because I don't like to eat the same stuff all the time, get bored of, and yeah, so just kind of go with whatever I feel, and I kind of mix things, what have you. I eat according to my macros, which are about to be established very soon, and yeah, so alrighty, thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can always ask me, and yeah, give it a thumbs up, share with the people, and thanks for watching. Now see you next time.